Hey guys, what's going on? Call the Car Guys. So I actually, weirdly enough, got a lot of requests for this Windwitch Invoked deck that I played on stream round 7 at ARG Atlanta. I won. It was actually pretty cool. But first off, before anything, I went X2. There was like 7 or 8, maybe 9 X. Let's see. Let me count. I think like 9 X2s actually ended up making it to the top 16. And I unfortunately got 21st. We're not going to go into that. I'll let Manger it later. But I ended up bringing Windwitch Invoked Kaiju with a twist in the main deck. And it turned out to be very good. Very, very good actually. And a lot of people were caught off guard by the one card I'll show you in a minute. First and foremost, I want to shout out the twins Josh and Angel for actually coming to me with this deck and saying this is actually good. And I kind of just brushed it off, and then we play tested it and Angel destroyed me. So I was like, I'm going to look into this, and it's really good now. So with a little bit of collaboration, a little bit of deck choices, and we're tinkering, we've come up with, I think, the second to last list. I think it's almost perfect. I'll show you the list now, and we're probably going to be testing it for next week or so to see if it's going to be a contender for Nats. But yeah, I went 8-2. My losses were round 2 against my buddy Rashad. He ogred me, and I had game next turn anyway, and I had 8,000 life points. He had double Tinky, and OTK'd me through that with 3 Whiptail. But I digress. And then round 8, I played against a guy, and I bricked twice. Angel is my witness. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the list. The deck, if I got to play the deck, I pretty much won. Another fun fact before I get into it, every single game won I got Maxied. But let's go ahead and get into this list here. Like I said, I played Windwitch, Invoked, Kaiju. So we play 3 of the Ice Bell. She's actually ridiculously good. Played 2 glass and 1 snow or whatever the fuck. I hate that.
The fat lady. The
fat lady. Fuck her. Alright. So this is pretty much the package. Yes, I cheated once. I'll admit it. Like, I didn't know. I got these two. I got these 2 specific ones mixed up on like the on the wording of the special summoning wind monsters. Accidentally, I brought back or I had snow in my hand, and I went into a tornado dragon, and they're like, you can't do that. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but oh well. The game was over regardless. But then for the invoke part, played 2 Alistair. I thought 3 was cloggy. I didn't really want to just see it in multiples. It's searchable, so I don't want to just like open that and the way to search it. So minimizing drawing it a lot and searching it was really good. Sometimes I did have it and the field spell or terraforming. I would always bait out like whatever with like an ash and then summon this. So card's very good actually. I'm really impressed with that card. For the Kaijus, let me go ahead and move those to the front here. I played 3, Sticky, Sea Turtle, and the Moth. Going forward, I probably would play a 4th, but these actually were really good. A lot of the times, which really was a little weird, I would always draw 1 and the Slumber, so it was kind of weird, but it actually worked out. I'll show you a cool play with this later, I guess. We kind of built this deck going on like True Draco Zoo, and it actually worked a lot. And I actually played 2 Fairy Tale Luna and a Fairy Tale Snow. And what this pretty much does is it is a normal summonable monster. It's a pseudo Kirin. So what you do is you add a spellcaster monster with 1850 attack. The next part of the effect, this next effect is a quick effect. You can bounce it. You can actually target a card, a face-up monster your opponent controls, and bounce that card and bounce this card. And if you want to, if your opponent decides they want to negate it, what they have to do is send the card that was targeted from their extra deck to the graveyard or from their main deck to the graveyard. And surprisingly enough, a lot of people let that go. A couple people like smartly put Dryden to the grave, but I was okay with that. Because grind game with Dryden is whatever, and I usually handle the Chack and 9, so it really wasn't like a factor in the most part. So this card was actually very good. A lot of people didn't see it coming, and this Searching Snow was very good because you could like summon this, and then like Invocation this away to the grave, get a Macabre, and then you can summon it and like hit them for a lot. So it put a lot of pressure, and then you could obviously make like a rank 4 play with it too if you really needed to. That was actually very solid. For the hand traps, played 2 Ash Blossom. Really didn't think 3 was necessary in this particular deck. I figured like Ghost Ogre was a little bit better right now in the format, and so I ended up playing triple Ghost Ogre. This card was phenomenal. A lot of people just did not just know how to play around Ghost Ogre, even when they had the my body as a shield. So then the 1 Max C, we played 7 hand or math for 6 hand traps, and I don't think they, you know, I don't think they disappointed me at all. It's really good. Got a story about this in a minute. So that's it for the monsters. Spells, we played 3 Meltdown. What's really cool is I didn't even actually know this until everybody pointed out to me. You can melt when you activate Meltdown, and then you go Raijin. You can Raijin on the summon. It blew my mind. So I actually did that round 1, game 2, and the guy said, "What?" And he scooped. It was great. Meltdown's OP. So play 2 Invocation, no more, no less. It's Invocation. So who, you know. 2 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. The crazy part about this deck is a lot of cards can be negated by Ash. Well, regardless of that, like a lot of the times I would activate this card wanting it to get ashed so I could actually proceed with my play. And then a lot of the times like I would activate this and they'd have ash, and then like 2 turns later I would like banish it to add 1 to my hand, and they'd ash that too. I'm like, alright, cool. So yeah. Played only 2 Terraforming. I thought 3 was kind of cloggy, and we kind of wanted to play a few more different cards in the deck. Deck space was very tight. We want to keep it at 40. And 5 field spells is fine. Like, I'm not sitting there trying to just hardcore dig into the Alistair, but it was really cool. We were playing Quakings, but we decided to take them out for Book of Eclipses, because you can actually play this card offensively and defensively, and Quaking, you just have to sit on it. Cool part about this, with this particular card, everybody's playing 2 to 3 Ash, mainly 3, and a lot of times, like, my card will get ashed. And so I'm like, well, shit. Like, okay, my card gets ashed. Then I have the Alistair play. I'll Book of Eclipse. All their cards will go. I'll summon Alistair and then go Purgatrio. And then they just like lose all advantage and they're down so much in life. I did that in time twice, and people just had no idea what was going on. And it was probably the best feeling in the world. Moving forward, I might end up trying to play 3 of these. I have to test it, but Book of Eclipse, it was like a last-minute decision switching between Quaking and Book of Eclipse, but I'm so happy we made this decision. I mean, Angel and I like kind of theorized last night, 2 nights ago, and it worked. I liked it a lot. Then played Double Chalice. This could go back and forth with like my body, but I honestly think this was better suitable, I guess, for our specific deck. Going forward, I might end up trying to play my body in this too, so we'll have to wait and see if I have another list. But 2 Chalice was good, and then our 40th card actually was Wonder Wand. We weren't playing it at first. I was telling Angel like we need to play Wonder Wand. He said and then Josh was like we need to play Wonder Wand. And then for some reason we looked at each other trying to find a 40th card, and we said, fuck it, Wonder Wand, let's play it. And it actually came in clutch so many times. Like, I can't tell you how many times like I would summon Alistair, search Invocation, Wonder Wand, and draw the Ice Spell. It was the greatest thing on the face of the earth. And one game I was facing down, I believe, a Trident and something else. Like, it was pretty intimidating board, like Cove Back Row. And I Wonder Wand, he let it go. I dished Alistair, and then I drew a Kaiju Ice Spell, and so that was game. But that's pretty much it for the spells. For the traps, played 6. I played 1 Warning, for pretty much just Masterpiece. Going first and then trying to set up the Masterpiece play, this card stops that, so I'm okay with that. Strike was mediocre for the most part. I played against a few True Draco decks or True Draco Zoo decks, and a lot of times they would go Succession and then pop this with Succession. So like this was pretty much useless a lot of the time. I'm still on the fence about this card, but we'll just have to see in the future. And then for the last trap, played 3 D-Barrier. I thought this card was going to come back because I think Zoo's going to be the best deck still. And this card did not underperform. This card was too good. So I absolutely loved this card. I don't even know what else to say about Dimension Barrier. It was probably the best card in the deck for the most part. That's 40 card main deck. We'll get into the extra, and then I guess the side is actually really ass. But let's go ahead and get into the extra deck. Wintervale, forgot the name for a second. Clear Wing and Crystal Wing. Actually only stuck this once. Every time I was going into it, they have an out, like stopping it, they just scoop. So whatever. I made this a couple times too because I had gotten, let me think, I had gotten D-Barrier, right? And I would summon all 3 and like set a couple pass and it'd be whatever. And they'd always hit the little bell, which I mean, I guess might be the right play, but it'll still let me go into Clear Wing, and people couldn't out Clear Wing. I don't know why, but whatever. Fusions, 2 Raijin. We were between 2 and 3. 3 was fine. Yeah, 2 Mako, whatever the hell his name is. Card was really good too. It created a lot of like weird situations for my opponent. Like even if I didn't have the weight in the gate, like the main threat, they would always try to get over this because it was the fear factor of them getting something negated. So people don't know anything about that though. To this card, I only summoned this actually twice and it was in the feature match. I intentionally played it Torrential because he was looking at it for the longest time, and I just knew he had it, and so I had the second invocation in my hand. So I summoned Alistair, and I was like, I'll do it again. Hit you for 3, hit you for 3. Scoop game 2. So 2 tree thing. Double Perker Trio, best card. I don't care what anybody says. Won me like 3 or 4 games. This card's crazy. OTK'd on stream. That was pretty cool. So if you guys haven't seen the stream, I'll go ahead and go through the rest of this real quick, and then I'll talk about the match because it was pretty cool. One Cositas, because we played Gamma Sail. And being able to sit on this, Angel ended up doing this. If you like sit on this plus Alistair in hand, keep on like floating your Alistair, they just can't get over it. It's great. So that's it for the fusions. Ended up playing 3 rank 4s, one being Dweller. This Dweller, like hitting Ram, the True Draco cards. When they're a threat, you could play this and it'd be alright. Shit like that. 1 Castell, like Angel just said before this, like I didn't think about this, but you bait out their Crystal Wing like in the mirror match and you just whatever. It's a win, so you can exceed into it if you summon like a like the glass bell, so it's pretty cool. And then Tornado Dragon, this card's actually bonkers. This card's crazy, it wins a lot of games. So that's it for the extra deck. Let's go ahead and get to the side deck. Side deck was actually kind of sort of thrown in last minute. At the same time, it wasn't. We put a lot of thought into it regardless. A lot of the cards kind of conflicted and kind of sort of did the same thing, but they were kind of used for different matchups in a sense. But for monsters for the side deck, 3 Flying Sea. It was Flying Sea. This was the reason I won my feature as well. This plus Burger Trio is quite good. The third Ash Blossom, that's so hard. Just for going second against like True Draco deck or anything that could really hurt. Even if I'm going first against like a Kaiju deck or like something that's playing like Slumbers, I'll put this in to try to negate the Slumber. So, which not a lot of people were playing, which was kind of surprising. I actually ended up trading these for Pokemon cards. Sorry, Cosmic Cyclones. I got raped by these. In value, and then I had to trade them, so I was like, whatever. I needed them, and Blair lied to me. Fuck you, Blair. But whatever, we're not gonna go there anymore. Then we played 3 Magic Deflect. This card is OP as hell. Playing this against True Draco, Zoo, like they just couldn't do anything, and they just had to just stop. Like it's a trap card draw and lock bird. It's so good. So I mean, like they just can't do anything, and it's wonderful. And I love this card. This card's great. 3 anti-spell. I'm taking this out. We're not gonna talk about that. 2 Unending Nightmare. This card was really good, in theory. I only got it off like once, but the one time that it stuck on the field, I just won the game. He couldn't do anything. Then the last card, we decided to play 1 Quaking for pretty much like not bricking going first, but not being able to make us any explosive play going first. So you would like just summon Alistair past turn, or you would like set Alistair and like set a few past turn, and like set 1 Quaking with it. It's happened to me. I like set Alistair and set 3, and I got lucky, but whatever. He twin twisted like Chalice and like Book of Eclipse. I said that's fine, and then he missed the Quaking, makes his entire board, I Quaking him, flip the Alistair, make Purgatory, and kill him. It was the nuttiest thing ever. So that was the 15th side deck card. A lot of people were kind of impressed, I guess, that I was doing so well with this deck. Yes, a lot of people are going to say in the comments too, like, way too many normal summons. Well, this deck's grind game is a lot better than you think. This deck is actually bonkers, to say the least. So the feature match, I just want to go over it. I had a lot of people hit me up. It's like, whoa, like, why are you playing this? What is this? Tell me about it. So I played against Drew Carter. Shout out to Drew. I think he's actually fucking hilarious. But he was playing a Zoo matchup. I won game 1. Nothing really notable in like game 1. Game 2, he goes, I opened Flying Sea and like ass. Everything was bad other than Flying Sea and like Chalice. So he goes, Tinky for Rat. I'm Flying Sea. He sets 1 past his turn. I set Chalice and passed my turn. It was bad. And so he Tinkies for Thoroughblade. Effects, draws a card. Attack. He flips Flying Sea to attack. He attacks. Sets another back row. So he's got 2 Tinkies, 2 back rows. Rat and Defense, Flying Sea, and like Thoroughblade. I have Ash Kaiju Invocation in my hand or something like that, and a Ghost Ogre. So I set Ghost Ogre and passed my turn, thinking like those bluffs more likely gonna be my bodies. So I set Ghost Ogre, kept Ash in my hand, and he activates Barrage, and so I Ash it, and then he attacks with the Thoroughblade into the Ghost Ogre, and he can't do anything. He sets a monster and passes his turn. And I top deck Alistair, and I Purgatory OTK him on the feature. It was quite great. I had fun this weekend, though. Granted, I didn't top. I believe, you know, shit happens for a reason. Should have topped, damn it. But it's whatever. I digress. But yeah, huge shout out again to Angel and Josh. This deck is crazy. I'm gonna test it a lot more. I think Luna is crazy good. A little bit more theorioing, deck construction, tinkering here and there. It's probably gonna be, you know, ready for Nats if we end up playing it. But that's pretty much it for me, guys. Call the car, guys. Don't forget, if you guys haven't already, check out YGOSingles.com and use code TCGZ. The Z like zebra 5, and you get 5% off your discount. 5% goes to the team fund and everything, helping us get to events and whatnot. So it's greatly appreciated. It's the best Euro cards in the business. They send priority shipping, get it in like a week from New Zealand, out of all places. It's an awesome place. Shout outs to Chris, the owner, and everybody that, you know, is in the underlying of that company. But yeah, like I said, YGOSingles.com. TCGZ5. Also shout out to Affinity Accessories. Tyler has been helping us out a lot. Structure and these mats. This mat is beautiful, and I had a lot of compliments on it this weekend too, and actually saw a few fans and a few players actually playing on them that they bought as well. So that's a really cool experience, like seeing other people that bought our product that wanted, you know, that repped the team. It was great. It was a great environment this weekend. That's pretty much it. Leave your comments, thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you guys have any idea on what we could change with the deck to make it better, let me know. I feel like it's at like 94%. Like we need that extra like 6%. And so hopefully you guys could help us with it. I was very excited for this deck. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. I am Kyle with the Card Guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.